how did they lose it? I want to know how they lose it.
They lost it
Who
in the first
cares
place?
it was an issue that guy jettisoned? Is how did they lose it?
Apparently, it's a thing where, like, depending on what bacteria you have in your stomach and your digestive tract and whatever, these bacteria call for the foods that they like to eat. So they tell your brain, hey, eat some sugar, and you go, I feel like having some sugar, and then you go,
It's the parasites,
So your cravings aren't actually your cravings.
It's all parasites or bacteria.
Parasites and bacteria saying, we want that.
I've heard that.
But we should talk about my beloved Russell Brand.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's elaborate
Shocking.
on that.
Shocking. So, well, I mean, it's not exactly shocking. Like, he was, the cats. Have you seen the cats? No, the rats.
Fuck. Come down.
The rats. So there's a virus. Welcome back, everybody, to What Nonsense, episode 6. Today we've got my mate Josip here. It's just us two. We're going to be chilling out, having some fun, just digging through some reels and talking shit. Let's see now. How are you, mate?
Pretty good.
Yeah. How's been the last couple of weeks?
Just busy. Work, family.
We didn't actually catch up last week. It's the first time in a while we haven't seen each other. It's been too long.
Withdrawals.
I miss you. It's sad. Let's see. What's new in the world? Have you heard about? Did you hear about the missing F-35 stealth fighter?
What? No.
You didn't hear about it?
No.
This is really cool. So in the US, right? Some fighter pilot has ejected while flying.
Yeah.
And then the military, the Air Force, put out an alert for, have you seen the plane?
We've just jumped out of a gliding plane.
It was still on autopilot.
Yeah, but we have to track it.
It's a stealth plane, so maybe it was in stealth mode or something.
It sounds like the same topic as the submarine. I think they are just withholding information.
Well, there's been developments, but so it went missing for quite a while, and they had no clue where it was. They were just putting out calls to the public to if you've seen it, let us know. And somebody eventually did come out, and they found it. He didn't know it was a plane.
Well, parked in their field? Next to the corn?
Crashed.
Where?
The south somewhere, I think.
Do you know how far from where the guy jettisoned to?
That would be good to know. I do not know, but I guess it flew for a while. Like it just kept going. And why did he eject from a still flying plane?
No, that I don't care about, because if you're I don't know if it's test pilot or not, but you have accidents, you jettison. The fact is that we have, what is it, the black box?
Yeah.
Ping, GPS, you know where it is, and you don't think they've got some tracking on there? How did they lose it? I want to know how they lose it.
They lost it
Who
in the first
cares?
place?
It was an issue that guy jettisoned. Is how did they lose it?
Yeah.
And waiting for some farm. Hey, it's just in my cornfield over there.
Yeah.
More questions. Yeah. What the?
Yeah. I thought that was an interesting story.
Missing.
We can look it up.
Was it like on some Tesla sort of autopilot cruise?
Yeah.
He presses the wrong button while watching some Insta reel. Oh, sorry, I pressed the eject button. Still flies all the way to France, whatever.
Clearly had no idea what button he was pushing. Please recover. How did they lose track? Yeah, that's a good.
This morning, we're learning new details about how a missing fighter jet came hurtling back to land, shaving off treetops before crash landing in a remote area. But still no explanation as to how the military managed to lose track of the $100 million aircraft, or why its pilot ejected.
That will be something that they will investigate. Believe me, after every aviation mishap, the Pentagon does what the Pentagon does. They'll investigate it to try to get the answers on what happened.
When those answers come...
What's the dude high?
Hey, he's watched a bit of your podcast. He likes the bobbing.
As a wider view of the wayward path shows the pilot ejecting in North Charleston, with the jet ending up 80 miles away.
80 miles, that's decent.
Usually airplanes, other military aircraft in which the pilot ejected. The airplane will fly for a while, maybe 30 seconds to a minute, but several minutes, that is surprising.
The Marine Corps says the pilot ejected around 1:30 Sunday. Residents reported their home shaking after 2, meaning it could have been flying on autopilot for more than a half hour.
They're hiding back. It was being controlled by AI and they had to do a self-destruct. It's been flying for half an hour on its own.
Celebrating their son's 7th birthday when they saw the jet dropping.
You got to see the.
The jet itself was inverted.
It was probably 3/4 of the way. We could see the canopy.
Demos of the F-35B aircraft posted by Lockheed
That looks
Martin.
sick, though.
That's a beautiful plane.
Yeah, yeah.
In a vertical column. As for the Trulux, they say they saw the plane intact and didn't think much about a boom they heard later until they saw reports of a missing fighter jet the next day. Did you call?
Oh, they called it in? They couldn't just get the pickup truck and tow it home and keep it for themselves? Here, son, you want to fight a jet? Oh, my gosh.
I'm pretty sure there was another dude who found.
Nah, if it landed in this area, I know what we'll report it in. It'd be like the cars, I'll strip every part of it off it.
This guy.
The government, which clearly none of us are
Nice intro.
That was him
we also lost an F-35
impersonating the
South
plane.
Carolina. This is absolutely wild from the Hill. The U.S. military is hunting for an $80 million F-35 fighter jet after a pilot ejected from the military aircraft near Charleston, South Carolina on Sunday. Officials at Joint Base Charleston said they were working with the local Marine base to locate an F-35 that was involved in
Just
a
posted
mishap.
above the lost
Sunday
dog
afternoon. The pilot
poster on the pole.
is receiving medical care. If you have any information that may help our recovery teams locate the F-35, please call the base defense operations and blah, blah, blah. They wrote on Twitter. And ladies and gentlemen, in case you haven't seen it, somebody did find the jet. Fear not. I love this guy. This is Randolph White in South Carolina. This guy is a national hero as far as I'm concerned.
Normally it's pretty quiet, but on Sunday afternoon,
I was in the bathroom taking a shave, and I heard a screeching, thought it between a screech and a whistle. What was this? And I heard,
What in the world is this?
White says he didn't realize it was a plane at the time, so he didn't call anybody.
He didn't like come on the stairs or something. I said, well, if that thing, it needed to report, but the thing
I would rather. Drew, isn't it just perfect? Like they literally lost an F-35 and they asked people to call them.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Oh, God.
Oh, that guy is priceless. Let's see, what else? What else did I learn? Oh, here's something I learned at the age of 43. Have you ever heard the expression Riz?
No.
So, like, there's this whole thing, like on YouTube and all, there's like all these pickup artists. So it's dudes just going around trying to catch up, pick up chicks. And it's called rizzing. So you're trying to, if a guy is really, if he's good at picking up girls, he's got good riz, right?
Really?
Suddenly, yeah, but I've been hearing this for a while, but suddenly I found out what it's short for. It's short for charisma. I'm like, oh my God, okay.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense. All right.
Yeah.
But it's just one of the things the kids are saying these days. Riz. Jeez. I was 2 years old when I heard that shit. What else? Oh my God, this is a good joke. Oh no, this is probably for later in the episode. We'll keep that for later. Oh, have you seen Gen V? Any trailers for Gen V?
No.
It's a new series from the world of The Boys. The Boys. You know,
Oh.
The Boys.
Okay.
It's like a younger.
Gen V. I thought you were going to give me some woke shit.
No, because remember the drug or whatever, the V stuff, right? Isn't that the stuff that makes them super? Isn't it called V? Is that what I'm guessing because I was
been
reading.
a
I've
while.
seen one trailer and I was
Okay.
guessing into the
Show me the trailer.
YV. But yeah, you should check it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You say series?
It's a series. Yeah.
When's it come out?
Soon. On Amazon, I think. Prime. Yeah. Amazon Prime.
I know there must be many thoughts going through your mind right now. Is this the right place for me? Do I belong here? But let me assure you that we see something in you. Something you may not even see yourself. Even if you do have X-ray vision.
Congratulations, and welcome to Godolphin University.
You know what white flames on this poster off? It's like a big fiery sea cucumber.
Golden Boy, Jordan, Andre, they're going all the way. They could save thousands of people.
What's coming up with your superhero name right here? Bloody Marie.
That's terrible.
Okay, Coagula.
Even worse.
I quite like Coagula.
I'm not going back in! Why? You're sweet. I'm not. Who else have you told? Nobody. See, you've never heard about this.
What's going on?
There are evil people at this school.
This is way bigger than us. We need to make this right. This is your shot at real power.
Remember, no tiny action hero.
Sweet Jesus. Digging for the truth is a rush.
This is just a tiny bit, isn't it?
Don't answer that. It's rhetorical.
It's just a matter of time before they find out everything else we do.
If the woods is exposed, we all have a big, potentially fatal problem. It's like so.
I think that was Josh Hartnett.
The one thing that is really apparent now is that we are all up.
It's like so.
Not bad.
September 29.
When?
September 29.
Oh, around the corner.
Looks sick.
Around the corner.
Yeah, that was cool. What else? Here's another trend going around. Apparently, there's this thing that... Maybe I should ask you the question first. How often do you think about ancient Rome?
Not often.
Not often. How often? At a...
Well, like once a month.
Once a month. Apparently, it's like a thing like the dudes think about ancient Rome a lot. And so I had to sort of ask myself, like, how often would
They
I
do.
think about...
Where are you grabbing this data from? Give me some information. I'm
It's
just
just
baffled here. It's like, what?
okay, let's see if I can find the trend.
Grammarly.
I find this trend fascinating because I'm just like, obviously, guys think about the Roman Empire on a constant basis. Anyone that watches my channel is definitely thinking about it all the time. I don't even think I can get through a single video without at least mentioning the Roman Empire at least once. To be honest, I'm more surprised that people are surprised. The success of my channel is direct evidence that guys think about stuff like this all the time. So for me, it's just like not shocking.
No, it's a bit biased. He's because they're watching his content, so they're drawn
Let's see if
towards
there's something interesting.
How many times?
So this seems to have been the first video that got really popular around there.
Not a lot.
How often?
I love how his answer is not a lot,
Maybe 3 or 4 times a month.
and not a
What do you
lot
think about the
is
Roman
once a
Empire?
week.
It has a lot of big, like, stories and lessons, like, within the Roman Empire, of what to do and what not to do.
Do people not realize how huge the Roman Empire was? I'm not talking about like on
Okay,
a
it's
map.
very biased.
I mean like the amount of things it's influenced. Look at this clock. What is on that clock? Those are
Roman numerals.
Here's all the Romance languages: French, Spanish, Italian, Romanian. It's all based off of Latin, Roman Empire. I bet you I can open up an incognito page of default YouTube and find a video influenced influenced by the Roman Empire right now. Look, I'm currently in Spain, so suggesting everything in Spanish, I bet you'll still find something. There you go, just literally a documentary about Rome. That was actually a little bit more straightforward than I thought. I was more expecting to find like a video about Caesar salads or something. Asked my dad as a joke, was not expecting this response. How often do you think about the Roman Empire? Every time I take a poop, I think about sewers and how the Roman invented, so at least twice a day if things were accordingly. I actually thought he was going to mention something completely different, the communal sponge. This is how public toilets used to work back in the day, just you and the bros.
Oh, yeah.
And, you had to pass over the communal sponge at times.
Yeah.
To wipe.
Oh, I got that. Just what?
Well, they didn't have toilet paper, right?
Every day, that's good.
Can you just buy a sponge and keep it in your own little bucket or
Take
something?
your own personal sponge.
3-4 times a week I'm taking, I think.
Those are pretty good rates. Not bad. We could get those numbers up. You gotta pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers. Once a week is not enough, but you're still passing. I bet you a lot of times people don't even realize that they're actually thinking about the Roman Empire. I mean, for sure, if you go to a Christian
maybe
church,
that.
you're thinking about it at least once a week. The vast majority of empires, old and current, have some sort of connection to them. Here's the Roman Empire, the OG lore. Here's Byzantium, the semi-successful sequel. Here's the Ottoman Empire, the bad spin-off. The Holy Roman Empire, which was that sequel that ruined the original. Alexander's Empire, which was the prequel that didn't last that long. All the empires out of this part of the world, Persia, which share the same universe, but...
Oh, wait. Alexander was Greek, wasn't he? Wasn't Alexander the Great Greek? I have to check. Or do you want to keep watching?
No, check.
Yeah.
You got the Persian Empire.
Great is Greek? I think it is. Yeah, Greek, Macedonia. Yeah, so why is he including that? Anyway, never mind. But you get the point. So I'm into all the Stoic stuff like that. So yeah, I get hit with Stoic quotes all the time. Like, but they might be they're usually either Greek or Italian.
Okay.
The Stoics, like oh my god, like Marcus Aurelius and stuff like that. The Memento Mori and Amor Fati. Do you know those?
Which was that one?
Amor Fati means love of fate. So it's sort of like radical acceptance. So no matter what happens to you, you're good with it.
Okay.
You're okay with it. The other one is Memento Mori. Do you know what that means?
No.
Remember, you will die.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's
I'll try
a
to
pleasant.
remember
It's
that.
a pleasant one.
Okay.
But no, it's.
So you think about it a
In
lot.
fact, I guess so. Remember you're going to die. It's basically keep in mind. Just the simple fact of keeping in mind your death leads you to live more in the moment, to be more mindful of what you're doing with each day. Remember you're going to die, so do something good with your day. That kind of thing. That's the idea anyway. I dig that kind of thing. I was thinking about getting a Amor Fati tattooed on my fingers.
Oh, please
don't. Please don't. My mum would agree with you. Yeah.
Put a straight jacket on you too.
Yeah. Keep them off the hands.
Keep it clean.
Now, okay. Look. We've been doing. We're on episode 6 now, right?
Yeah. 1 to 5 is deleted.
Well, no, they're online. And I have the. I can't believe it. Never mind. All right. So, the audience doesn't really know you very well. You're tight-lipped.
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 Just
and
too controversial to speak.
I need to improve on my interviewing skills so that I can eventually get other guests on and maybe perhaps be decent at talking to them. So
okay.
So let's do a practice run on you.
Ooh.
All right. Yeah.
Well, depends what the run is.
Yeah. All right. Ooh, if it's boring, I'll cut it. All right. So, yours.
You'll hear from me more, just depending on the topics, mate. Depends what I'm not going to interrupt your nephew. He's got a lot to say. There's time and place to say everything, and maybe not to.
Well, you do have to interrupt him at some points because otherwise he'll just keep talking. So, okay, let's get to know you a little bit. You work in IT, obviously, right? Networking. Am I correct in saying that?
Yeah, a bit of everything.
Like setting up networks.
Yeah.
Describe for the audience, what would you say is the best and worst parts of your job?
Best and worst parts. The worst parts are dealing with stupid people.
Could you enunciate a bit, please?
Rather not.
No, well, no, not as in speak up rather than mumble.
Mumble, talking too soft. Yes. I don't really dwell on the negative bits of work. I just have my tasks. I do it. That's it. Things that stand out is just annoying people. That's it.
Clients or having to
colleagues.
Colleagues more than colleagues. Yeah.
Trying to divulge too much. But...
Okay, we'll stay away from that.
Yeah.
Okay, the best bits. What's the best parts of your
best parts right now? The pay.
The pay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That helps.
Yeah. Since COVID, there are pretty much lack of experienced workers in a lot of fields.
Yeah.
So pay went up quite a bit. So I would say that.
Are you concerned about AI taking over jobs in that field?
Yeah, today actually was a bit.
Yeah?
We're in a meeting today with one topic I brought up is just how we did a reporting, basically on all the tickets, incidents, service requests, everything comes through.
Yep.
It's all on a decline. So everyone's automating things now.
Okay.
That's pretty much the gist of all the reporting, showing that because of automation, less hands-on work.
Yep.
And then the automation, it's not completely automated with AI, but the scripts they're assisted by AI.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to help to streamline the process.
That helps productivity.
Yeah, to speed it up and but it'll eventually get to the point where AI will fully take over. But
or you'll need far less of people like you, right?
So that meeting ended up starting off like, holy crap, okay, we're just dealing with the thumbs now. It's not much work.
Right.
And looking at, automation, AI, and then the rest of the hour and a half of the rest of the meeting was pretty much brainstorming of how can we use this, sell it to the client, to show it our worth, to keep us employed, basically.
Don't you then say, okay, we need to get AI and make ourselves as efficient and quick as possible? So you employ it before they do. So no matter what they're asking for, it's happening instantly.
Depends on the client you're working with, because there's a contract and your specific resolutions and things you have to sort of adhere to. So they just need things completed in a sort of time span. So they don't really care if it's
how it's done.
AI, how it's done.
Yeah. But wouldn't that help your selling case that you're on the?
It will when it comes time, when it comes tender time, and then you're competing with
you
other
can show your statistics, right?
Well, you'll have to show your statistics when you have competition with other companies that are going, okay, we want to put a bid in to get your contract for this business.
Yeah.
And we work with AI, we can do this, that, and we just can sit there and go, oh, we actually haven't done anything, haven't touched it, play with AI.
Yeah.
We'll be left in the dark, we'll lose the next bid. So we have to play around with it right now.
Right.
In terms of time frame of how long before
people start going?
Yeah, I reckon it's going to happen soon, just in small numbers.
You'll start losing people one by one.
Yeah, and some people they probably won't even realize that they're actually being dismissed because of AI.
Yeah.
But in terms of how efficient things are getting done and automated,
it's
looking
already.
Scary. Yeah. I would say, I didn't move in very quickly technology, because now they're using AI to create apps quickly, for good purposes and malicious things. technology is evolving quickly. So in terms of my field where things can get easily automated by a bot just in-house, 2 to 5 years.
Right.
Yeah. Depending on the task, but it's moving pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I reckon it would move quicker in my industry if it wasn't so regulated by NDAs and stuff like that. They have to control the shots. They can't. All the AI stuff currently, it's you're sending them the footage and they're analyzing it and using it, and they get to use it in their own models and all that sort of stuff. So we can't utilize any of the stuff that's available to the public. So there are programs and stuff that's in development internally, but it's miles behind.
Well, why aren't they finding someone and just creating a partnership so they can actually have some NDA with them, proper contracts set up, and it's like, okay, they'd just be as held accountable as a employee. So
because we tried to implement some stuff, and we asked if we could get the certain softwares, and they were like, not happening. So I guess they'll have to come up with something soon.
Maybe they don't see the worth of it yet.
The writers' strikes and the actor strikes at the moment. That's a lot of that's got to do with AI.
Really?
Yeah, because the writing you can complete a lot of writing with AI. You can put in all the scripts for say Big Bang Theory.
So what are they striking about though?
Let me finish the point.
Okay.
You could put all the scripts in for Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
And say write me season 13.
Okay.
And it will do it, and it will be up to the quality of the previous seasons. It can analyze and know exactly the tone and all that sort of stuff. So it can easily put writers out of work. Actors, because it's kind of a standard thing in Hollywood now. Any movie you come on board to, they do a scan of you. So you'll do motion capture for your face. You'll do sound capture for audio after it's shot or whatever. They can completely build people from the ground up now.
Yeah, I know. I know that bit. That technology, that's quite new.
So
map them completely. They don't even need them.
Yeah, they don't need them anymore.
So what do they want from the strike though?
They're trying to protect their...
No, they have demands though. So what are the demands?
I don't know the demands exactly. But from the actors' side, they're trying to protect their person as intellectual property, because at the moment they don't own it. Like as soon as you sign up for a film and they scan you, it's like now it's theirs. The scan is theirs. They can do whatever they want with the data. So the actors are like, we need to put something in place here, because otherwise you can literally I can walk away from the project and you can just keep making it without me. Pretty much.
Yeah, digital clone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clones, absolutely.
Right,
So, and you can clone writers too. Like you can literally go in and write me a script about space and zombies in the style of Stanley Kubrick.
Yeah.
And it will.
You can do it even for your own. You just import it any individual, their content, and just write me on that based on that style. Yeah.
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 So
AI will take over everything.
It's. I mean, it's still fairly rudimentary at this point, but it's advancing at a breakneck pace. You know, it's.
So your company doesn't want to really get involved at the moment. Then.
It's not that it's not getting involved. It is developing its own internal ones, but I guess I don't know. We can't. Even I can't talk about what their game plan is or where they're at, because I'm under NDA, so I can't speak to anything really. But it's a scary position because they haven't really told us anything per se. We had a meeting regarding AI because everybody, it blew up this year, and so we had a meeting where they spoke about, okay, we're developing stuff, but we're not really worried about it. I don't know if it's subterfuge, if it's or misdirection, if they're just la da 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 da. Meanwhile, in the background, they're preparing for it.
They're probably preparing hardcore, and they don't want to scare people.
Maybe. don't know.
It's like you and you and you and you are going to be left without a job next month.
No idea. No idea. But look, at the moment, AI still needs a middleman person. You still need a person to prompt. You still need a middleman to check it, to make sure it's good. So hopefully high up the chain enough to
Be the AI operator.
to work with the AI.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. God, that's going to be a nightmare to cut anything. I don't even know if I said anything I shouldn't have said just then.
Nah.
Bloody hell. I'll have to run it by Keith. Fuck you.
You just couldn't say an NDA. You didn't really say anything.
Yeah. I haven't spoken about any projects or anything. But yeah.
No.
But that's how tight they are with the information that whatever projects they're on and whatnot. So they're pretty tight with softwares and networks and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, they're not we can't even dabble with it. They did say they are asking for people to let them know if they're working on it on the side. So it's like they do want to know what's going on. So.
It'll be interesting to see in the next couple of years.
Yeah.
See how much it advances.
Well, it's frightening, some of the stuff, the auto cleanup. Have you seen Wonder Dynamics?
No.
It's amazing and frightening at the same time. It's like the Boston Dynamics of AI.
They say all great stories start with a sense of wonder. And what if bringing those stories to life wasn't limited by our resources, but only by our imagination? Welcome to Wonder Studio, where making movies with CGI is as simple as selecting your actor and assigning a character. The system uses AI to track the actor's performance across cuts and automatically animates, lights, and composes the CG character directly into the scene.
And erased him.
Whether it's one shot or a full sequence, Wonder Studio analyzes and captures everything from body motion.
How long does it take to process it though?
Compositing.
It could take a while, but
as opposed to just a person doing it.
I'm gonna try it out.
That's wow.
All the artist needs is a camera.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like you could work with it. You could make it even better.
Of creativity and collaboration between artists. There's no AI that can replace that.
See, like there is problems with the cleanup, but
while still keeping
it's give it a couple of years to mature or so.
Alongside the rendered results,
it's handheld. Look at that.
Gives you the ability to export the individual layers you need to deliver your final visual effects shot.
Clean plate.
Camera.
Yeah, removing.
So clean plate. So like that's my job.
Yeah.
I create the clean plates. I would take out. I'm the guy that takes out the dude walking there.
Yeah, so you can see it's like all the rocks where he took out.
Yeah. So I mean, it's like thankfully, but like the tracking is insane. The lighting is pretty good. The model and textures all pretty good. The worst part of it, thankfully, is the cleanup. I can still work for now, but it's utterly frightening.
So instead of taking to the workshop or workhouse, whatever, to render studio and render house, is that what you call it?
Oh,
comes
render
back,
farm.
Render farm. It'll be an AI farm. Comes back, you just fix it up from AI. But yeah, that's impressive,
right?
So, but if that's given 5 years, we'll be on our phones. We'll be able to do it just live.
There are sort of some similar stuff on apps.
Yeah, I know.
It's like the live face. Have you seen the face filters? Yeah. How good they've gotten?
Yeah.
Like you know how the old ones you would wipe your hand and it would.
Oh no! You see the lady jumping around. I've seen a few of them. Yeah.
Now it's fully integrated. It's like it's comped in.
Yeah,
it's amazing. And apparently, like from the iPhones, with these stuff, you can get fairly accurate depth mattes. Like they generate like basically if white is near, black is far. So it's like a foggy image, and you can then give that to CG, and you can do so much with that.
But the
as well.
iPhones have that other sensor for the depth, for the face recognition. It maps it all.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if
you
it
can
gives
get
all the
that
data,
You can
all
get that
that,
data.
then you'll have the whole 3D map, everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's impressive where it is now. So give it a new couple of years when these apps actually start using like proper AI, not what they're calling everything AI now.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll be impressive because start seeing, kids creating artistic content.
Well, yeah, it opens up the
it'll
field.
open up
It opens up the field to everybody. But I'm hoping it goes back to your theory of where nobody actually uses it, because you know how it never aired. We had a big conversation about how if I had all this tech back then, I would have been so much further along, or I would have been able to do other things. And you were basically saying, no, you wouldn't have, because for the same reasons I made up excuses throughout my life for not doing certain things. I would have had excuses just the same way as if I had all this stuff, right? So hopefully that still applies to basically everybody else on the planet, even though it's available for everybody. Not everybody's doing it, hopefully.
Yeah, so right now it's all about, comes to one word really, action.
Yeah, action, yeah.
Action.
What do you do with it?
Not even effort.
What do you do with it?
Just action. Doesn't matter how little it is, just start momentum with something. Just
yeah.
Any research, anything. Just getting anything towards that field, utilizing AI. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely my field. I've already been using it, AI.
In your field, yeah.
Just with the scripting, how to just pump out the code a lot quicker. You still got to check it all because it fails a lot.
Sure, yeah.
But sort of gets the groundwork up running.
Yeah, it's good for a base.
Yeah. So it's pretty good. I enjoy it. It helps me to achieve my goals quicker. So I get to sort of get better at coding while utilizing AI. So yeah, it's good until it's not, until I'm left without a job.
Well, that's why I guess we just have to keep developing.
Keep playing with it. Yeah, I've got to. Just got to be able to utilize AI.
Yeah.
To sort of every part of my job, so I can
stay relevant.
Yeah, and market myself.
Yeah,
I guess. That's what the guy at work was doing today. He was just playing around with all the scripting and trying to make more work for us to do because a lot of things were being automated. So, yeah. Guess time will tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see. I've got a for Josip folder that I've been collecting. Let's see. I've got 9. All right. Okay. We'll ignore the flat Earth one. These are from way back. Oh, let's start with the most recent, I guess. Oh, you'll like this. You'll like this one. Here we go.
10 books to have as an insurance policy for information you'll need to survive in case you don't have access to the internet. The Vegetable Gardener's Bible, the complete do-it-yourself manual, the Homeowner's DIY Guide to Electrical Wiring, Field Guide to Wilderness Medicine, Where There Is No Doctor, a Village Health Care Handbook, the Survival Medicine Handbook, the Essential Guide for When Medical Help Is Not on the Way, Bushcraft 101, a Field Guide to the Art of Wilderness Survival, Fall, Complete Book of Home Preserving, When All Hell Breaks Loose, Stuff You Need to Survive When Disaster Strikes, and the SAS, Survival Handbook.
Cool.
Thought you'd like that.
Buy me those books.
Buy them.
You tease me now.
I'm giving you the...
No, you tease me. Just buy them for me.
Now, why did I think you would like that?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm trying to get the audience...
Tell me.
Bring the audience in, mate.
Yeah, finish it off.
What do you mean? Finish what off?
Give the content and tell them why.
That's why I'm asking you to tell them why.
I don't think it's going to be end of the world.
No. But you are into the survivalist stuff. Like help me out here, bro.
I know. I'm just
bloody hell.
It's not just survival. Like, I'm sure one of those books will show you how to tie ropes.
Sure.
It's good for survival, but even good to use on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
Dad, can I borrow a truck? Oh, I've got a truck. man, I just know the basic knots.
Yeah.
So I think there's a lot of handy things you can learn in those books that you can utilize on a day-to-day basis.
Okay.
Like
yeah.
tying stuff. You want to say, give an example? Yeah.
Yeah. No, I get you. I get you saying that.
But in terms of those survival things,
it's also that you do have a mind for perhaps if things goes wrong, you would like to be prepared. Do you not?
Of course. Wouldn't you like to be prepared?
Yeah, all right. But why do you always dodge?
No, because I'm not dodging, because you're making me look out like some prepper and some doom and gloom.
No, I'm not saying that at all.
Yeah, it's in your folder. Yeah, these, you love these.
Mate, okay, do you?
Okay, on your defense here, guess what I was looking up the other day, though? That, bit of digital form.
Thank you.
In a little Faraday box.
Right. Okay. There you go.
Takes it from me in peace. Yeah, I'm digging my own grave now here. Okay, shut up. Okay.
Yeah. Here we go. Do you or do you not?
I like to be prepared. Yes.
And
yes.
do you or do you not is not like the super Santa, like oh my God, spit something out. Is it not your dream desire to have a bunker?
Any guy would like to have a bunker.
Why are you whispering?
I don't know. Any guy would like to have a bunker.
Yeah.
What's that English guy, the channel where he dug a bunker in his backyard? Well, I made one.
That's the one.
He's got all the rocket jet engines. I can't remember his name. Yeah.
Anyway.
It's sick.
So tell them about the dude. Like,
what
do you... Because...
No, he just creates different things.
Okay, but this guy, all right, this guy that he watches, I'll tell them the story. This guy, he started with just a small dugout bunker off of his shed or something like that, and then he joined it to his house, and he joined it to his garage.
So he had that massive room. I don't know, it was like 6 meters by 6 meters, and then he made a tunnel. The entrance to that bunker was from his little garden shed.
Right.
It's funny. It's just so cliche. It's like 1.5 meters by 1.5 meters. It's like plonk there. It's like.
And then
he advanced and made it to
room.
his, I think it goes to the garage, the tunnel.
Yeah.
And then from that goes to his house. I think at his pantry or something like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's cool. Why wouldn't you? Yeah. Why wouldn't you have a bunker?
Well, most people don't have a bunker. But
yeah, I don't have a bunker, mate.
But that's like it's like a literal man cave. It's actually a man cave.
Yeah, just lock yourself away from the kids and all the noise. Not for end of days. It
would also be handy for end of days.
Yeah, but
would it
right now for peace and quiet? Serious.
Please.
Oh, definitely.
Definitely
100%.
I reckon the reason you want it more than 50% is for end of days protection, not mostly to hide away from the kids. Be honest with yourself, with the audience. More than 50%.
Sure.
Yeah,
sure.
Thank you.
Who wouldn't want to have a bunker for protection? Yeah. Who wouldn't?
Protection from what? The Germans?
Protection from what? The Germans?
For the people. What do you mean? No.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yes.
Nah.
Yes. All right. I'm going to skip that one.
Oh, flat Earth. Yeah.
You were into it briefly.
No. Hybrid.
Speaking of man caves.
I don't know. Is it what? You don't like bunkers? Would you like to have one?
Wait. We just got back. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Would you like to have a bunker?
Of course.
But it's not a common thing.
But I'm also.
It's not a common
but
thing
I
here in Australia.
am an unashamed. I would love to be a doomsday prepper. I would love to have like a whole like. See, here's the problem. I'm a terrible doomsday prepper because I don't eat much long life stuff. I like lots of fresh, like meat and stuff that or potatoes, stuff that goes off really quick. I don't eat a lot of stuff that stores for a tremendous amount of time. So, yeah, though I would like to have a tremendous storage of, I guess it would mostly be rice.
I'm sure you can have a few
tons of rice.
Goats in there.
Goats?
Yeah, goats.
How can you store goats?
Look how big that bunker is in there. I'm sure you can have a few goats in there.
Okay, back to the man cave.
Oh, cave within a cave.
This is proper bunker. This is like there's an atomic bomb coming.
Is it Epstein Island? Oh, sorry.
Epstein Island.
Cut that out.
People smuggling down there.
Yeah, or worse shit. But
Look at that door. That is sick. Ah, this is like. Wait for it.
seems like a lot of wasted space. It's like the cigarette club or some shit, you know?
It's like Andrew Tate's hangout room.
Okay, here's the secret door.
Boom!
Oh,
Boom!
yeah.
That is awesome. It's like a speakeasy.
Jazz club.
Yeah, like the in the old day when during Prohibition, like the hidden bars.
The ones. Yeah, that's. I see. I only showed a small section of this whole.
This is like the main floor, I guess, or the main, or maybe the basement. But yeah.
Oh, who wouldn't want to have one?
Yeah, that's amazeballs. All right, let's see what this is. Program of the judge. I can't remember this. I'd like to give you an intro, but I have no idea. Please fix. Copy. Paste.
Over as an existing one, yeah.
Running test. Done. Oh, you've seen it?
Yeah.
Oh, this is the sub. This was ages ago.
Yeah.
I don't think that's relevant anymore. What's this one?
Well, where do you go to? You wake up in the morning, it's cold, it's wet, it's dark, you've got no cartilage in your knee, you've got shitty shorts, whatever it is that's the issue today.
Keep talking.
You've got these problems, right?
I need you to keep talking about what you were just saying.
It's warm on the couch, your missus says stay in bed, it's comfy, it's cozy, you've got work later on, you had an argument last night, you're slightly hungover.
But I know every motherfucker ain't gonna do what I'm gonna do. I know there's a whole bunch of people, but that right there, that fires me up. That makes me fucking happy, what you just said. That brings joy to my life right there.
Why?
Because I know there's so many people that have the ability and just refuse to get off that couch. Refuse to study a few more hours. Refuse to go deeper, to go further. And that's where I gain the advantage. It's so easy to be great nowadays, my friend, because most people are weak. Most people don't want to go the extra mile. Most people don't want to find that extra because it sucks. It's miserable. It's lonely.
I love both
I've
these
seen
guys.
this one, but so true.
I love both those guys.
Yeah.
I thought you'd like that.
Yeah, it's good.
Chris Williamson, I think his name is.
Mm-hmm.
He was saying this thing the other day, like, what is it? It's never been easier to be great because the bar has never been set lower.
Which is pretty much in other words what he
Yeah,
said.
so like, everybody's piss farting about trying to. I don't know, but yeah, if you just
Put in just little effort.
put in a little bit, yeah,
Goes a long way.
yeah.
Hmm.
Like you were saying before, action, just
Yeah.
down to action.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dad always used to say it all the time. It just pissed me off, man.
action.
Action. I'm just talking. Don't talk it. Just action. I'm just, dude. Now I repeat it. Maybe I'm going senile myself or something, but it's so true. It doesn't matter how much you talk. It's until you actually put it into.
Yeah, you can say you want something all you like until you do something.
Yeah.
It's not happening.
Yeah. So I completely understand it. Eventually, you got drummed in my head, and light switches on. Oh yeah, action. But
it gets. I mean, life does have a way of getting difficult, and it can be easy to sit back and go, all right, I just need to take it easy. I need to rest. I need to chill because life is hard. Or like everybody's got tough lives, right? Nobody has it easy, unless you're super rich. But even then, you've got different problems.
Yeah, no,
right.
True.
I don't know where I'm going. I lost myself. Lost my train. But I'm lost. You got something to say?
No, I was so tuned into it, and then when you divvied it off, I just but not completely.
Yeah. It's weird.
The harder I try to sort of start thinking back what you were saying.
Yeah. It's like when those
too forceful with the thoughts.
Yeah, it's like those street magicians or mind trick dudes how they go. I can pick a thought out of your head, and it's your name. You can't remember your name, and the dude's like, it's like, that would freak me the hell out if that was like legit. They'd like, seriously, you can't think of my name right now. Like what? That would freak me the hell out. That's like power of suggestion.
Yeah, but we do it ourselves. We can look at a shopping aisle and looking for it. And, please help me find it. It's like literally in front of you. You're looking everywhere else. And it's right there.
What is that? What is that when you literally can't find the thing you're looking for?
It's probably some stress, anxiety. It's just brain's overloaded and shuts itself down. You're just looking and not processing.
Right.
You know, you're reading. You're reading the words, but you're not absorbing your brain. You're like, let's go back to the chapter. So it's either dozing off or just thinking off somewhere else.
It's the opposite of the thing we were talking about last week or 2 weeks ago. When you really want something, you'll start noticing it everywhere.
Oh yeah, suggestion of thought.
Yeah, this is like you really want it, but you
on a motorbike.
You can't find it anywhere.
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
that's polar opposite.
But I want to get back into that one. Do you remember?
I don't know. Play it again, maybe to jog a memory.
Get up in the morning.
Cut it out.
It's cold. It's wet. It's dark. You've got no cartilage in your knee. You've got
excuses.
Shorts, whatever it is that's the issue today. Keep talking. You've got these problems, right?
You were saying how life is difficult, and we all have. I think you were sort of trying to sort of defend everyone, which everyone has. Is going through their own sort of could be their own torment or whatever it is, something difficult. So we're not any different as other people think they are. Probably some people have a better way of putting a facade on.
Oh yeah, dude.
How difficult life can be.
Yeah.
And just pushing through, but I don't know if that sort of gets you back on track. But
yeah, so like you were, and then you did, and then you handed me the ball, and I was like, "Fuck, it's gone again."
Yeah.
But I don't know.
You know, right? You know, the one thing comes into my mind a lot, probably because I did a lot of physics in high school, is inertia, momentum.
That's a big part. That does play big in terms of achieving goals and stuff like that. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. But it's keeping that momentum going. So if you just sort of, like momentum, if you sit on the couch, you're going to be sitting on the couch forever until another force moves you.
Yeah.
You'll always want to continue moving at the pace you're at until something slows you down. Gravity, friction.
Okay.
So inertia. So we tend to put ourselves in blame, but it's part of the laws of physics is the second you slow down, so you go, okay, I've had a busy day, let's slow it down. No, you've got to keep it going. You've got to keep the momentum going. Maybe have a short break or limit your breaks because we're fighting against the laws of physics.
Fighting against inertia, right.
Inertia. So we tend to, I'll say to my sister, because she tends to sort of put herself down, I go, no, don't blame us, blame the laws of the universe. It's inertia.
That's a good, that's a really
It's just
good point.
keep the momentum going.
Yeah.
And then don't learn to undo those lessons of how big of a gap is that break before you break in that inertia and you're down to the spiral of, just sitting there and doing nothing in life then,
Yeah. And like Goggins, he's always all about, oh my God, what is going on? I'm completely, every time I go to talk, I forget what I'm talking about. Right.
Goggins.
But I love that idea, talking about inertia. That's a good point. Oh, motivation. These guys talk about motivation. Motivation is bullshit. It's so temporary. It's like that the motivation you get when it's New Year's Eve and it's like, okay, everybody's suddenly going on a diet. Everybody joins the gym in January, but nobody goes in February. because the motivation runs out. So it's not motivation, it's motion. You need to just keep in motion. Otherwise, because the motivation will fail. It's like even with this podcast, after the first episode, I'm like, oh my God, like this is impossible. Then I got into the AI. that helped get me over the line for the next few. But
so thank AI for having us here to torment the crowd.
Yeah, at the crowd of 23, and then the next step, like even the last episode, because it ran a bit long. It was like 2 hours 40 minutes. That took me ages to get through. It was really hard. So we need to keep it. We're at an hour. We're gonna probably finish in half an hour. Keep it nice and tight.
What she
said.
That's what she said?
Did you say? You didn't see it. You said that's what she said last week under your breath. You got yeah.
I can't say it too loud.
No, you got to say it out loud. So I put in that's what she said, like a meme. Like, boom, it's in there.
Yeah. But yeah, you got to keep that momentum going, and that's honestly
that's all about momentum. Just keep going. So yeah, I was up till 2 a.m. last night finishing the last episode because I'm like, it has to be done before today because I can't come into the next episode having not finished the last, and I haven't even done any shorts yet, which I can't now because I deleted everything. That's annoying. So we'll have to do shorts on this one.
But you're talking about, was it motivation?
Motivation.
It's bullshit?
Yeah, motivation versus motion or inertia.
I think it's motivation sort of comes hand in hand though, because
it gets you started, but
it gets you motivated to think of what your goal is. I think it's just
that's
goals aren't being
inspiration.
active.
That's inspiration. Inspiration sparks the idea, sparks the goal.
Motivation. My motivation is to live a sort of easier life. That's my motivation, isn't it? There's an inspiration, no? I want maids, I want robots to cook and clean, I want everything. I just want an easier life, do nothing. So I'm motivated to live a different life?
That's not a motivation. That's a want. That's motivation is that feeling you get when perhaps you've watched something really inspiring. Maybe it's a fitness thing or like some sports movie or whatever, and suddenly you're like, yeah, and you're all gung-ho, ready to go, and then you feel like going to the gym. That's sort of sparked motivation, sort of that's what the feeling that most people would relate to.
So what temporary motivations are you talking about? Like that are bullshit, sort of that are temporary.
All of those things are temporary. Whenever you are inspired by something that motivates you to get up off your butt and start heading towards any particular goal, be it diet, exercise, making a movie.
Okay, so motivation's in tandem with inspiration.
The inspiration, I feel like inspiration is the idea. It's the thing that sparks it.
Mm-hmm.
Motivation, is that an initial inertia that gets you going, but it doesn't keep you going. Motivation fades pretty quickly, particularly if you don't get results. Like exercise, diet, so quick. People give up really quick because you don't get the instant feedback. You don't get results super quick. It takes a long time to get the results. So motivation fades well before you get the results. So that's why I was on board with what you were saying.
Yeah,
it's the motion.
I think also people expect different things out of certain things. Like for example, exercise and diet. You can get changes pretty quickly, but I think people expecting too much out of certain things. Changes. It shouldn't be a diet. It should be a new way of life living. So I think people have different expectations that probably makes them fail at things.
We all fail at stuff all the time.
That's about a way of learning.
Just keep going.
Yeah.
Right. You have
to, but you can't learn without failure. That's part of learning.
100%.
So,
yeah.
But just gotta have that key word: action,
motion.
Yeah, put into place.
Motion versus motivation.
Yeah,
I like it. I like that idea.
Which is that simple and easy for some people dealing with, with terrible things in their life, depression, a lot of things, Do
you subscribe? Okay, we haven't spoken about Andrew Tate on the podcast before.
Okay.
I'm not even really talking about him, but he doesn't believe in depression. So there's no such thing as depression. It's it doesn't exist. You just keep going, and if you keep going, things will get better, and whatever. I'm simplifying it, absolutely, and I don't speak anywhere near as well as he does. But his thesis, I guess, is yes, anybody can feel sad, or you can feel unmotivated, or like my life is shit, or whatever. But that's the time that you need to get up off your butt and work, head towards something. Otherwise, you're just aimless, and you know.
Well, do you agree with him that
depression
doesn't
isn't real?
Exist? Yeah.
I think it exists differently for men and women. I think men. I do believe depression is a real thing. Like, people can absolutely be depressed, but I don't believe that it can't be. I believe you have to have more agency over your own life, and I believe depression comes from feelings of being out of control of your own life, or having you feel like your life is crap and you've got no ability to change it. I think that's where you get stuck in a rut, and that's where you get that hopelessness and that thing that people call depression. Like, I can't get out of bed. Yeah, because your life sucks.
Insomnia as well.
Yeah, insomnia. Yeah, I can't sleep at night, but I can only sleep during the day because I stayed up all night. It's just these really bad cycles of living. Yeah. And I feel like I've been through depression in my own life, but shit only changes the second you get out of bed and you do something. He's like, Andrew Tate has spoken about times where people have emailed him saying, I'm depressed, I want to kill myself. You were the last person I thought I could reach out to. And he writes back to them and says, like, go to the gym, get a 6-pack, then tell me you want to kill yourself. And they will email him with updates, and the second they start to get fit, they start to feel better about themselves. They start making other good changes in their lives, and one good thing leads to another. And suddenly depression isn't a thing. I feel like in men need a purpose. I can't really speak to women as to depression in women, certainly, because
you can just identify yourself as a woman.
I identify as a woman, and depression isn't real. No. Oh, here's what I think. I think psychologists and therapy and stuff like that, I think that works for women quite well, because they like to talk their feelings out, and I feel like that impartial third party is good for them to bounce off of and get all the rubbish out, and they can get things in perspective. I think it works for women. I don't think it works for men, because men, like, this is kind of with the whole, like, the red pill community kind of thing. The way they look at stuff is, or the way, like, Andrew Tate looks at stuff is, men need a purpose. They need a drive, an action. And as soon as they do that, they feel better about themselves. They don't need to sit around and complain. If we sit around and complain and start bitching and whining about our own lives, we just feel worse about our own lives, because all we're thinking about is the bad shit of our life. If somebody suddenly says, hey, can you go and get this thing and do this thing? You'll be like, oh, right. And you suddenly have something to do, and you're going. There was this case during, it's not a case, in World War II, during the Blitz in England, right? Everything was getting shelled, countless injuries everywhere. There was apparently all these psych wards, like all these crazy dudes who were just in there for years and years and were just catatonic. They were just sitting there all drugged out and off their faces. During World War II, during the Blitz, there was nobody to drive the fire engines and ambulances, so they got all these guys from the psych ward to drive. And then suddenly, these people who were catatonic for years were up, working, and doing a service for the betterment of their society. And they got better. I mean, I'm sure they were still not super great, but they were better than they were, you know? I guess you can't undo, years and years of trauma like that, but it went a long way to give them a sense of meaning, a sense of purpose. And people who weren't walking and weren't talking were suddenly helping and living a life. I feel like that's true for men. And like it's been true for me. I have been catatonic in my own life at times. And the only thing that got me out of it was finding something to do, be it taking care of my kids or I don't know, painting at one point in time. After my first divorce, I was just sinking myself into work. And, I don't know. You have to find something to do, otherwise you just stew in your own shit.
Yeah. No, so my take on it. From the limited stuff I've seen with Andrew Tate, he's sort of leaning towards the side of just that old traditional way of growing up, the morals.
Depends on what era. The further you go back, the worse it gets. But he's coming into an area which is a bit more palatable.
But the whole concept of depression doesn't exist. That's something that's, how would you say, my parents' era. So I've got to witness sort of a couple sides of the fence. One is my sister, so she, at one stage of her life, she was depressed, self-harm. The partner at the time, he didn't believe in depression at all.
Yeah.
Because in our culture, we don't really talk about depression. It doesn't get talked. There's no sort of existence in that community for it. It doesn't say that there's some people hidden behind curtains and
it wasn't really part of our generation.
But the fact was that what he's saying is the fact that why sort of I believe it didn't exist is because there was sort of no time to sit idle and dwell on the bad things that happen in your life. You're constantly plowing the fields, the women, cooking, cleaning, looking after the kids, whatever their chores were.
You mean generations back, like your
back in
parents?
Like my parents' age.
You're
yeah. So he genuinely didn't, so the partner at the time, he genuinely didn't believe in it because he never understood it. Until a few years later, then it just something clicked and realized that, in this day and age we live in, that, we can just put something in the microwave, cook a meal. Robots clean. We have so much abundance of time. So we can either watch shows or we can sit there and stew on the bad things happen. And then that can lead to the whole, down spiral towards depression. My parents never had time to sit there and stew on anything, basically. They're always doing something, tend to the kids, tend to the house, tend to work.
So are you saying that you're...
And then I saw it from my mum. So now the second part is that then I got to witness it from my mum, who's that old generation, ended up getting depressed. She's still
someone who never would have traditionally
because
believed
she's got
in that
abundance
sort
of
of
time now. Parents are retired. Kids are left.
Right. So
roots, the roots left the nest. So she's got all this abundance of time to sit there, and it all started from when it's where she's sort of a statistic of the Facebook depression, as I used to call it. Staying late up at night, talking to people around the world. They now start telling her how she should continue her life. Certain stories. My husband doesn't appreciate my food, doesn't this, that, and they start doing, just leave him. So she's up there 3, 4, 5 in the morning on the internet. The sleeping cycle.
Yeah, everything gets messed up.
The food, everything. She just completely changed. So in terms of the depression, this is just my opinion, is that at the start, it starts becoming at the start, the beginning is a way of life. So you might sort of start staying up late at night, which affects your body, the types of food you start eating. And then by the isolation as well, starts thinking about things. I'm not happy with my life. And then that stays in a pattern for a number of years. Then it starts causing, and I witnessed this with my mum, with the tablets, with everything, insomnia, everything she's been having, is that it starts creating hormonal imbalances. It starts it physically starts changing her body. So now to reverse the depression, it's not as easy as her just going and working, doing stuff. She has to deal with all the ailments still. We started walking with her, and it slowly changed, but you need to put more effort in it once you've had that depression for a longer period of time.
Okay, but
because you start internally, there's changes happening with your hormones, imbalances.
Okay, let me just see if I get this straight. So, as far as I understand it, you're saying that for depression exhibits itself more so when people have too much time. So they have too much time to think about themselves and their own problems.
That's one.
Yeah.
I don't say it's all the reasons. But
No,
that's
kind of where you started.
That's one. Yeah. That's one I've experienced and witnessed as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that makes sense 100%, because as soon as you start thinking about yourself, it's a selfish mode. So you're even if you're I don't know.
No, you start tormenting yourself.
It's
like Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
I've got my cousin who's going through the depression, and she's just on these specific events that's happening with her partner, and it's just the same thing. It's literally a broken record.
Because it's
1,000 times she'll keep
you're stuck in
repeating
your
it.
head thinking, I want this, or I need this. I need this, I need this, I need this, I need this. And you have nothing taking up your time. Like, you're not toiling in the field. You're not tired as hell working your ass off all day. You have so much time on your hands that you get to sit around and go, oh man, my life is so crap. If only I had this, or if only my life was like that. Or look at this, look at these people on TV. Look at Instagram. Look at the Facebook. Well, everybody's got lives better than me, but everybody's just posting up
the best parts
of their own lives, and so it's all a big merry-go-round of propaganda, of personal propaganda. Yeah, I mean,
yeah, she completely to the depression stage, and easy malleable at that stage by other people. She left my dad, but as my dad still loved her at the time, bought her a house. Yeah, staying here. Yeah, she could have gotten screwed that. That's under my name. That's under my name. I'll take it all. So
he took care of her.
Yeah,
now they're back together.
Yeah, yeah.
It's fantastic.
She got a bit better, but the depression didn't fully go away, and health problems got worse. As parents, they sort of hide things from you.
People get older too, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But at least they're back together.
What's that saying? Idle hands is the devil playground.
Idle hands is the devil playground. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Keep busy. Keep making podcasts, even if nobody's watching.
Yeah. I think that's the way to go about it. Is just keep yourself busy, and then start refining the process and start eliminating things you don't need to keep yourself busy with. The not to do list.
Yeah.
Get rid of them and start, keeping that momentum going. Because I saw it all the time for my sister. She was literally like a sine wave. She would just, keto diet, this, that. She always gets this momentum going, exercise, losing weight, eating healthier.
But it's short-lived.
It's like just a peak. It's so short-lived. Literally silent. And then when I say silent, those peaks are literally mirrored to the bottom.
Yeah.
Down spiral. And then she starts binge eating and
because there's often, particularly if you're pushing yourself to do something you wouldn't normally, there's often a big overcorrection.
Swing back like elastic band.
Yeah, it's like an elastic band. So it's back to the inertia argument. she didn't build up inertia. She was inspired, she was motivated, and then it fell away.
Yeah, she had that inertia, but something happened to break that inertia, and then.
Is she ADHD at all? Because a big thing in ADHD is you get like hyperfixation, they call it.
No.
So you suddenly get hooked on some latest thing, maybe the latest diet or a latest exercise or what have you, but you're super into it, and then you move on to something else.
Shit, I don't. In terms of that, I don't know about that, but no, she doesn't have any of that.
No.
Yeah.
So it's just the inspired, motivated, then it drops.
Yeah, but she has seizures, epilepsy.
She has it, yeah.
So,
yeah.
So when she feels good, everything goes well, and then I know something happens and she just gets lazy, and then, but it affects a lot more than. That's why there's those big swings, is because the second she starts eating crap or stress from work, then that'll put more stress on her body, and then she'll have more seizures, lack of sleep, and then you start
even a natural woman's cycle.
Okay, yeah.
A woman's cycle. She every month she goes through a cycle of hormones,
that on top of
which will naturally affect her diet, her habits. They will change every month, regardless of whatever her latest motivation is. Right? So she could be into it for a couple of weeks, and then her period's coming, boom, off the wagon.
Yeah.
It could literally be something as simple as that.
Yeah.
Because particularly like good habits, like you would know yourself, like, I'm gonna start running, and then you'll get going, and you'll be running every morning for a couple of weeks, and then I can't be bothered. And as soon as you fall off that horse, you ain't getting back on it. Because it was an effort to do it. Yeah. And so once you get lazy, it's like, bugger it.
But I also think some people just love their food too much.
Sure, food lovers, but
just can't control themselves. Yeah.
Do you subscribe to the whole the gut biome thing?
What aspect of it?
Okay, so like there's been like lots of talks about gut biome these days, and so that you know how they say like there's more bacteria in you than there is you.
Oh yeah, I've heard that.
Something like that. Like there's more of them. Apparently, it's a thing where like depending on what bacteria you have in your stomach and your digestive tract and whatever, these bacteria call for the foods that they like to eat. So they tell your brain, hey, eat some sugar, and you go, I feel like having some sugar, and then you go into
the parasites.
So your cravings aren't actually your cravings. It's
all parasites or bacteria.
Parasites and bacteria saying, we want that.
I've heard that.
Do you reckon that's legit? I reckon it is.
I think it's possible.
Yeah. And frightening at the same time. It's like, oh my God. So I'm not even in control of my cravings.
Well, a friend told me that in India they use the parasite killers?
Dewormings.
Yeah. There's a certain word I didn't want to say, but
why? What? You mean what's you mean the medication?
Yeah.
Ivermectin?
Yeah. So we should be doing that once or twice a year.
Apparently.
People I know that live over there, they do it once.
I haven't done it ever. I should do like 6 months worth.
6 months worth.
Worms be falling out of me.
Yeah, and start bathing yourself in baking soda.
Yeah.
No, I think we should do it. I've been thinking about it for a while.
Yeah.
But
Start from scratch.
Dose me up, baby.
That'd be good. Yeah. I would like to not have any parasites. That would be nice.
Yeah. I thought that.
I don't know that I have any, but
I think we all do.
Yeah. Apparently, it's pretty damn common. It's like no.
Yeah. Who knows? Imagine you take it and all of a sudden you go, far out, I feel 20% better.
I know, right? Or even that it changes your personality. Like,
it can.
It
can, yeah.
Suddenly you've got a better outlook on life, or suddenly, I don't know, the possibilities.
But it could turn bad though.
Yeah, it could suddenly you get
I'm
more.
so motivated
more
that I just want to leave the family and kids. Like,
Right? Yeah.
Ow. Yeah. No.
Wow.
No, not that drastic.
But it could.
Who knows?
Like,
Who
who
knows?
knows?
Who knows?
It reminds me of like The Last of Us. You know.
Okay. Yeah. I know.
So the mushrooms that or the fungus that takes over
the mycelium network. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, there's legit things that take over. Have you seen the ants?
Yeah, the one with the ant that controls the ant.
It's like a dead ant walking along.
Yeah.
And
Rogue zombie. Yeah.
And it climbs up a tree, hooks itself in, and then spawns. Or is it? What is it called when a mushroom release? It's spawned, right?
Spores, or at least
spores, like releases its spores and poof, down into the nest, so it gets the whole nest of ants. It's
Okay.
What was it?
Horror movies, but yeah.
No, but that makes me think it's like so are the parasites inside us like that? Are they actually controlling us as much as that? Or possibly. Or the cats. Have you seen the cats? No, the rats.
Fuck. Come down.
The rats. So there's a virus or a bacteria.
Yeah. Sorry, just make it crack up.
There's a bacteria or a virus that infects rats and makes them go up to cats because the virus needs to incubate itself inside a cat.
And it gets in. Yes.
So it makes the rats go up to the cat and the cat eats it, and then it's this whole cycle. It's just nature.
Some fungus or?
No, I think it's a bacteria, that one.
Okay.
But nature's crazy, dude. So
have to kill us.
So, dude, there's possibly stuff like that in us.
No, in terms of changing our behavior, I do agree in that because I do agree. So if we are depleted in certain minerals, we can get moody. We can get lethargic.
Yeah.
Happy. So yeah.
Maybe
it's all
they
possible.
can do it too. Trippy.
Yeah, should get some. If we can get some.
What?
Can
some
you
parasites? Oh yeah, you mean the ivermectin?
Some parasites. Yeah. Just hand you some.
Can we get that?
Yeah, just
let's
sneeze.
try.
Just sneeze on you.
Let's see if it changes our behavior.
All
right, we're running out. Let's see what else we got here.
So with all the stuff going on in the world right now, I made a flow chart for myself to decide whether or not any of it matters. So when concerning any and all world events, do I still have to go to work tomorrow? If that answer is yes, then it doesn't matter.
Okay.
If that answer is no, then another question gets posed, which is, do I still need to pay my rent? And if that is yes, then it doesn't matter. And if that answer is no, then it matters. So with all the stuff
Okay. So it's so simple. Okay. Nice and easy way to break it up.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay. Nice.
So if ever we're getting too serious about whatever's going
Too
on,
paranoid.
or whatever's going on in the news, just go.
Wait tomorrow.
Doesn't matter.
Calm down.
Breathe. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like all the AI stuff. Like, oh my god, I'm gonna lose my job. Shit, I still have to work tomorrow though.
Yeah.
So can't worry about it yet.
Just try to incorporate it into your life. If you end up having experience using those skills, those tools, then you're already ahead of the most.
No, I'm not.
My family, like all the people in my bubble, they know about it, but they pretty much haven't used it. I introduced my sister to it, and she uses it all the time for work, all the time.
Nikki started using it for teaching. She apparently gets it to help with lesson plans and stuff like that. But I'm sure she can use it more. Yeah, everyone can use it more. Oh, there's another one. I got 2 flat earths for you.
That family who was an unvaccinated family showed up at the family reunion is usually outlined. They become the outcast over the years. If you were on the side of going after that family, if you were the side that said, yes, they're wrong, use this as an opportunity to call them. Because they just want to be heard. They want to be reached out to. They felt alienated, ostracized by the entire family. I don't think it's their job to come back to you. I think it's your job as that family to go get them back. Oh, dude, you are, Matt, I hope this is clipped. I hope this is socialized because you are essentially asking all of the people who did wrong to man or woman up, take responsibility, and admit fault. That's so hard to do within the ego of man. You're asking people to lower their ego, be humble,
admit that they were misinformed and that they caused division and strife in the family because of lack of information. Like you're asking a big ask to the population to admit fault, man.
It's your family.
Yeah. It's your family.
They will forgive you so quickly. All you gotta do is reach out.
Have you had to do this?
Have you?
I'm the unvaccinated one. So everybody owes me a fucking apology.
That family who was unvaccinated family showed up.
Yeah, I've got a friend I know who doesn't go to his wife's family functions at all because he's unvaccinated. Yeah.
He's so is he unwelcome or he's not
Unwelcome.
going? He's unwelcome.
Yeah.
Even now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like their family's not like woken up yet. And...
No, they won't admit to fault at all. Stubbornness and ego. No way.
But is he being stubborn too? Is
No,
he like...
no. It just doesn't get included. They wouldn't even let him over.
I'm surprised it hasn't changed over time. Because I mean, obviously nobody cares about Schmovid anymore. So
I don't know. I think some people still do. Maybe people hold grudges, don't want to let things go. I don't know why, but he still doesn't go to the events.
Are you willing to talk about your own vaccination?
What? That I'm unvaccinated?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm pure blood.
Pure blood. Yeah, pure blood. Yeah, good for you. You held out.
Yeah.
So,
sure.
Like seeing that, right? Were you ostracized by anyone? Did anyone have a go at you for not being vaccinated?
I'm trying to think back. I don't know. I didn't really sort of.
Because most of your family didn't do it, did they?
Half the family. Oh, two of my sisters, I don't know how would you say, coerced into getting it.
Yeah, because they were
job,
nurses, right?
Yeah,
They were nurses.
Lose a job or jab.
They made the front line.
So they did that because they wanted to keep their jobs. I was able to work from home.
But
so I wasn't in that
nobody
position,
in your
so...
family was saying you're not welcome around here until you get it, right?
Nah, none of that. See, they talked about lack of information. No, the people in my bubble, it wasn't about lack of information. It's what information they trusted, want to believe in. There were two sides of the story. They heard different information from news, from people digging deeper, from doctors, from everything. It's what they decide, what narrative they decide to believe.
Yeah,
they weren't misinformed. It's just they decide to believe that narrative. Yeah. So I was put in a fortunate situation where I was able to work from home, where a lot of people just either fall on one side. It's like, well, you made that choice to get the jab, deal with your health complications if you have any. It's not as easy as that because a lot of people will be put in the streets. Like my sister had the same situation, had a big mortgage, baby kids, they had to work, they didn't. Would have been on the streets. So
I think most people did it to get out of lockdown.
No, both my sisters did it to work.
No, they were.
So I don't know for other people.
I reckon because they were saying like we're not opening up until we get 90% or whatever, 80%. Like I can't remember what it was now.
Oh, okay.
Like they had to get to a certain number.
Yeah,
they were
doing their part.
There was peer pressure, massive peer pressure amongst everybody. It's like, okay, I've done it. Have you done it?
No, but your family wasn't. There was no peer group pressure there. They just were willing
it was like
to just
jab
me 6 times.
It was societal peer pressure. Like the society at large was like, okay, I've done it. Have you done it yet? If you haven't done it, you're part of the problem. You're the reason why.
But there's no pressure now. So why did your dad want to get the 5th one in?
I wasn't talking about that.
No, I'm just saying. I was saying how your family, there was no sort of peer pressure in your side family, but they're the people who are just willing to open their arms to go, here, jab me 5 times.
Dad nearly got it 5 times.
Far out.
Did 4.
Nuts. That's crazy.
Actually, I need to check whether he went through with the 5th one or not. I don't know.
He probably will lie to you. No, sir.
Nah.
You're going to tell the truth?
I don't know. He should tell me.
Look me in the eyes, Dad. Did you do it?
Yeah, did you?
Did you? Yeah, but a lot of people weren't fortunate enough to be able to work from home. Continue a job and continue having income to provide for the family. A lot of people had to be in the office. And those people, I guess they had no choice to either, no money to support the family or get the jab. So I don't judge people on that, but my whole family had all the information. My other sister, she decided to quit. If they forced it upon me, I would have quit. So one of my sisters could have quit because she's everything's paid off. They got abundance of money, so she could have. She eventually did, because she started getting more seizures after that.
Oh, Cutty, yeah.
Yeah, so she ended up quitting a nursing job because of, the mandate.
Yeah.
And then she's in another position teaching, and she loves it.
She's
Traveling and
teaching
teaching, yeah.
Okay. What is she teaching?
CPR and health.
Oh, okay.
To students.
Okay, like first aid type stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she just travels throughout the state.
Nice.
So she's actually happy. So this was something that
a good
good outcome.
A sea change or whatever.
Yeah. Reminds me of that. Was it the Chinese proverb, the one where villagers keep saying, was it your son's going? Your son's gonna. He doesn't have to go to war. And
first, the horse breaks his leg.
Yeah.
No. The horse runs away. The horse runs away, and the neighbors say, "Oh, how unfortunate your horse ran away." We'll see.
Yeah.
And then the horse comes back with 6 other horses, wild horses. Oh, such luck! Awesome. We'll see. Then the son
goes to war.
No, the son
doesn't have to.
The son gets on the horse, breaks his arm trying to train one of the horses. Oh, so unfortunate. We'll see. Then the military comes to town. Everybody needs to go to war, but the son can't because he's got the broken arm.
Lucky doesn't have to. We'll see.
We'll see.
It continues. Yeah. So, it worked out well for her. She's happy now.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It goes back to Amor Fati.
Fati?
Amor Fati.
Okay.
Love of fate.
Love of fate. Okay.
It happened, but like, if you just go with it, it'll lead to something.
Yeah. But I hope this shit doesn't happen again.
What another
outbreak or whatever?
Have you seen the conspiracies about, like, they were apparently in October? They're talking about going. There's mask mandates coming back in the US. There's rumors that they're going to try and there's going to be a new variant in October, and that'll shut them down again. Have you heard that?
Yeah. There's a couple little chatter here and there, but
you reckon? Like haven't the White House and stuff started wearing masks and shit again?
Yeah, but that's over there. Here, different story. I don't know.
Yeah, but you've got to start somewhere, right? And then it's and then everybody follows.
But do you think we can go through it again here?
We can't go through lockdowns again. Not like before.
Say what it was. It was martial law lockdowns. They're just playing with words to make it seem so simple. It was martial law.
Yeah.
What is it? What time was it? 6 a.m.
8 till 8.
Was that? No,
it was 8 p.m. till 8 a.m.
I thought it was earlier. I thought it was 6 a.m. or something like that.
No.
People working on things. But okay, 8. 5 kilometers.
Yeah.
No people over.
Yeah.
Are there certain parents or some you could visit?
No, if you're by yourself, you could have a buddy, a lockdown buddy.
Oh my God, I forgot that. Why'd you have to bring that memory back? Lockdown buddy. Yeah.
Yeah.
You think we can go through all that again?
I think they're going to try at some point.
And then you had to have permission to leave your little area because you actually had to work in a specific field that was exempt.
Well,
my cousin in Sydney, he had to get jabbed to leave his little province.
His area, yeah.
Like, what?
But see, that was a big argument during lockdowns because Victoria locked everybody down. New South Wales locked down townships. Like, ooh, have you got,
they're experimenting harsher.
I feel like their version was better because if there was no infections in your area, then you're fine. You're free to go wherever you like.
Yeah, but they'll just test. It was a test bed over there. They'll test
everything. Was a test.
Yeah,
bed.
No,
the whole country, the whole world was a test bed.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It was all a test bed for how can we control what works best, what will people put up with best.
Like, we put up with a lot.
Yeah.
So
no matter which state, like every state was different. Perth was different. They weren't locked down for a long time, and then they were just locking out everybody else.
Yeah, but
New South Wales.
They all acted differently as well with the Liberal and Labor states.
Sorry, what?
Liberal and Labor, the states.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they acted differently as well, based on
well,
left and right. as well.
This was Labor, locked down completely. Liberal was individual towns. So everyone did it differently, and it was all still powers of control.
Yeah.
Or
so do you think we can go through that again?
I think they will. I think they'll inevitably try in some way, either cyber attacks or another pandemic.
October.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think it'll hit us here in October, but if it starts there, then you'll start hearing things like, ooh.
Yeah. What was the other stuff that was going around the internet with the end of the world? Was it September 22, 23?
Yeah, we spoke about it last week. So we're waiting. It's tomorrow.
Yeah,
it's
today.
A couple of hours.
23rd.
23rd.
Yeah, I was thinking earlier today. I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, it was September, not October.
Yeah.
But,
you said we'll get one more in.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Till midnight, we're doomed.
Yeah.
Quickly process AI, upload it. I don't know. If they do implement it, will just be little things, I think. I don't know. But even in the nursing, medical field, they're scrapping. You know how, like then my sister had to quit. So they're scrapping the rules, apparently.
Yeah.
And deleting all the data.
Yeah. Everywhere, delete every corporation, delete all your COVID data. Everything's gone.
Hide all traces. That's ridiculous. Yeah.
Well, they're saying it so that we don't have your medical data, like so that your company, your employer doesn't have your medical data. That's the excuse.
But they already have it now. What's the difference?
Because previously they never had access to your, like, why would your business or your employer have access to your medical status?
Yeah.
It's a privacy thing.
Okay, so you're on that.
So that's
what they're playing as.
That's how they sell everything, right? There's got to be a way for the public to accept whatever the hell you want to do. So we're deleting all this data. It's not because we're hiding anything. It's for your privacy.
Yeah.
But we should talk about my beloved Russell Brand.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's elaborate on that.
Shocking. So, well, I mean, it's not exactly shocking. Like, he was a complete horn dog, right? But he's self-admittedly he was a sex addict and things of that nature. And there's all sorts of footage of him forcing himself upon news reporters and co-hosts and all sorts of things. But why is it now? Why is it now? Why wasn't it during the whole Me Too movement? Like that would have been an easy time to hang him out to dry. It's only now that he's got 11 million followers plus and he has a lot of influence. He's straightened out his life. He's not a sex addict anymore. He's not a drug addict anymore. Like, why?
Maybe now he's a threat.
Because, well, I mean, he has a lot of influence. He has a ton of influence. And the media, like, I was speaking with some guys today, and they were like, oh, what a cop-out. Because he came out and he's like, I feel like this is a massive accusation. I've been honest about my past. I take these accusations seriously. All of my past relationships have been consensual, and we are going to deal with this. But he also said this is basically, it seems to be a coordinated attack from the media to shut him down or whatever. So the guys at work were saying that it's a coordinated media attack. How they were like, oh, what a bad excuse! Like, oh, like they're really like it's a Matrix attack. You know, it's the whole thing. It absolutely is.
Sounds like agitating a Matrix attack.
Well, yeah, like it absolutely. Like you look at any news site, it's littered with things about Russell Brand. And it's not new, like all the digging up all the old footage of him being a creep and stuff like that. He was an absolute creep for sure, but it doesn't prove great. You can't. It's trial by media. Anybody who's not his follower will be like, oh yeah, he's a douche. Of course, He was a douche, but he has come a long way. Give the guy a second chance, you know. But I mean, obviously, look, if he is guilty of actual rape, then he should be punished, obviously. But I feel they're all anonymous. It's not even a cash grab. It's not. It's there's no names. They haven't gone to the police. It's just accusations and media frenzy.
Oh,
that's all.
Not even to the police.
No. It's just a frenzied attack, and it seems like it was. There's some documentary apparently that these 4 girls have been involved with, and they're all blacked out and in shadows and stuff like that. So it seems like it's been literally been set up for a while. Like they've got a whole documentary. So all this thing came out in one day, and then the press went at it, and then the next day he's demonetized. It all happened. He's not actually guilty of anything yet. He hasn't had a trial. There's no longer innocent until proven guilty. It's guilty until proven innocent. So it's tricky ground, and yeah, he hasn't posted anything since. He had his one response video, and that's it. So I wish him luck. I hope the truth comes out quickly. But look, here's the thing. Even if it is handled, if it's handled outside of court, his name will still be mud. If it goes to court, it's going to be mud for a while, and it's going to be hard to prove either way. Rape is notoriously hard to prove either way. Most of them don't get reported or charged, or most of it doesn't go anywhere. So that's why they say a lot of women don't come forward. But I don't know.
Yeah, most of the time it doesn't really matter what the end result is.
Yeah. If it's out in the press,
destroyed by the press, and his image is destroyed. Yeah. So I don't know.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I guess.
To be continued.
Yeah, you really loved him, didn't you?
Oh, he's the. Oh, I wish I could talk like him. Jesus, he's got the best vocabulary. But good luck, Russell. See you on the other side. Right. Thanks for coming today. Thanks for nice to see you all. Lovely.
Good to be back again.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. Send it to someone you don't like, someone you'd like, all that
British
stuff.
again. Accent.
I'm always going British with my accent. It's all over the place. I don't know how to talk properly. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, we're under 2 hours. Let's keep it under 2 hours, and
hopefully don't delete it next time.
Yeah, wow. That was What Nonsense. Thanks for coming. See you next time.